And we are live. Welcome, ladies, to Champs Memory Lane. And in this episode, we will be talking about girls' champs. Of course, a few nights ago, we did boys' champs. So tonight is for the ladies. And with me, I have champ standout Aileen Bailey, world champion and Olympic champion. And we have Celine Campbell, formerly of St. Mary's High School. Welcome, ladies, and let us get into it. Girls Champs started in 1957, almost 66, 67 years ago. I want to ask a quick question to start. Why do you think Girls Champs was never able to get the attention that the boys are now getting before the merger of Boys and Girls Champs? Celine, you can start.
Sure. All right. So good night, everyone. Um, I'd want to say that maybe then or earlier then, athletics was considered a strong point for males more than it was for females. So persons would believe that you'd equate running with the men. So they were in more support of the men than they were of the women. Maybe that has something to do, or that plays a major role, I'd say, in one of the reasons why it is that boys' champs was more favored and got more support than the girls did.
Aileen?
Yeah, I'll say the same thing, and also most of the schools that were participating were all boys' school, and their alumni association is like strong, so they always come out in like drones. And then if you're a female and you marry into that family, then you support that school. And then most of the girls' schools literally would go to boys' champs to support the boys. So and then the girls really didn't have that, and then um financial backing as well. So it's like a series of different things that the women didn't have access to, which is why now they're like doing a lot more for women in sport, because even up till now, like men literally gets more attention and more support than the women in sport.
I was just about to say that. Can we say that male sport gets more planning, more organization, more of the resources than female sport?
Yeah, they do, because like men have like it's like the rivalry between men, because it's like the testosterone, and where they have like this build up, and they talk and smack and trash and talk all of them stuff, and it's hyped up. When a female do that, it's like, whoa, kind of too much, doing too much, you need to be a girly and tone it down. But this is just the hype that you get from the men, and then the competition, and the boys are like running across the line and celebrating and shoot like, I guess we can't do that anymore, like the gun finger sliced off the head type
Signature
thing.
style.
It's just cool. Them sell it's selling it's selling that male testosterone aggression stuff. So I think that's it, and we just more like we're best friends type of situation.
Celine, do you think that we are forced to suppress celebrating as female athletes?
I no, I wouldn't say so. Well, not in contemporary society, I would not say so. I believe that, well, naturally females have a way of maybe holding back as how they like to showcase themselves once crossing the line, or have, for example, a signature style that they'd use. Maybe it's within them, it's maybe a natural habit, or as you feel like, okay, I'm a female, I shouldn't be doing this, or as Aileen rightly said, it will be seen as doing too much. But however, there are still those athletes who feel free to just do whatever it is to celebrate themselves once they've won. So I wouldn't say there's any holding back or they are being suppressed. It all comes down to the individual and maybe what they decide to do. Because I experienced this not personally, but it was for one of my friends. Like she ran across the line, she won, and she was like this. She came across the line and she signaled with the first place. And someone commented on the post saying that she was basically doing a bit too much. But I'm like, she won. Why not just allow her to do it? Males can do it. So what's the big deal?
Unfair, right? Alien, Central Jamaica has been dominating girls' champs from day one. You went to Very Technical. Very Technical won 21 titles, 15 straight at one point. What was the secret at Very Technical for Very Technical to be leading with 21 titles?
The thing is, when you're at Verna, like practice is literally champs, and you always have somebody pushing you, and 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 we our training regime is like built for us to be sustain us throughout the entire year. So and you have all the we have like support that we need. Like we literally had like a doctor on the dorm. We had like a person that cooks our food, Miss Emily. um even though we ate a lot of chicken. So, but it's just nutrition, the friendly rivalry that we had amongst each other, and the level of support that we had. It's just, practice. You come with a practice, you have to secure your spot, because a little young somebody might come and take it, so you have to like secure it, but not in a manner where you're going to discourage the younger one that's coming up, because once you leave, they're going to come up, so you have to make sure you encourage them. You have to make sure you give them a little bit but not too much. Just
So
enough.
you guys had like a system at Veer Technical where the seniors would mentor the younger athletes in order to continue the tradition or the dominance.
Yeah, definitely, because when the younger ones came, because even when Veronica came, she was shy, and she used to like, she usually refused to pass the seniors in practice, and we have to like, you need to, if we're idling, go around.
Are we talking about the same Veronica Campbell Brown, one of Jamaica's most
Yeah,
decorated athlete?
yeah,
Wow,
because
shy.
when most of our younger kids come in, like they're seniors, they see the seniors. So I guess it's like a level of respect. So if we're being lazy, they're gonna not want to show us out. But we literally have to tell them, if we're slacking, the spot is there. But the thing is, they're not gonna take our spot because we're always like a year above them. So, but if we're slacking off, and it was really good. It was eye opening for us because the younger ones were pushing us, because we tend to slack off as the seniors, because there's
You
but
guys
then
have
when
been
they
there,
started
done
pushing
that.
us, it made us want to work. So like literally, like the couple of years that I had Veronica training with, it literally helped me throughout those years of champs, because I was like, this little girl is like really good. And she yeah, and we just push each other at practice. um and it worked out well for us, because after I left, she took over. When she left, the younger person below her took over. So it's just like a chain reaction of just passing the baton on without like suppressing their skills, and just encourage them to be the best that they can be.
Celine, you went to St. Mary's High. St. Mary's High is one of the girls' jump school that is on a pedestal, and this came from the likes of Jackie Pusey, Lilith Hodges, Nicole Mitchell. You being a part of that legacy where your school won girls' jumps twice. Tell me a little bit about your feeling being at St. Mary and how that encouraged you to get into track and field.
So to be honest, my decision to join track and field, or at the time that I joined track and field, I had no idea that we'd ever won girls champs, because I
Wow.
mean, since being there, and even while I was in primary school and I was always watching boys and girls champs, frankly speaking, nobody never hear about St. Mary High winning anything, or you're not seeing them in the finals. So you're like, huh, where does, so in my head it was, we had the hype at Eastern champs. But then I learned that we won girls' champs twice, but that was like in 1976, 1975, thereabouts. So that's a long time, long before I was born. So it's not something that is often like we're reminded of it often, I should say, and I think it has a lot to do with us not being a strong team in order to compete at that level at boys and girls. So we're more hyped up for the Eastern champs. So that's where we remember that, hey, we're stars here, so we have to come out and we have to perform. Not that we're not encouraged to perform at boys and girls, but if it is that you make a finals just to make a finals at boys and girls, it's really a big thing. But at the end of the day, it's like we have that mindset that we're not going to win because the team isn't that strong enough. But if as an individual, personal, you can make it to the finals, then that's enough to put our school out there. But it wasn't something that we championed, being the 2 times girls winners at girls champs.
There are some schools that they teach the culture of winning. Once you go to those schools, you'll know that they have won champs. And I've heard it before that St. Mary's High doesn't really promote winning champs or some of the outstanding athletes, because they've had a number of athletes that have gone on to become Olympians. And as I said before, Jackie Pusey being one of them, making the Olympic team at age 16. But just to segue to another question, Central Jamaica rules girls champs. Celine, what do you think the rest of the region is not doing that Central Jamaica is doing? So the likes of Veer, the likes of Homewood, the likes of Edwin Allen. Why is it that corporate Jamaica, Kingston and its environs, St. Mary, the East, and so forth, what is it that you guys are not doing that Central Jamaica seem to be getting right?
I think what Central Jamaica is getting right is that discipline that is needed on the field and off the field. No, yes, the training program has a lot to do with it. So the coach can be good as gold, but if the team is not recipient of that, is not receiving that program well, then it's likely that you'll see it reflecting in their performance. No, I believe that Central has it in terms of, as I mentioned, discipline on field and off the field. So they're training, and it's like they're just, how should I say, power. They're hungry for winning. That you see it in the way they go out there and they perform. I'm seeing these young girls running sometime. I'm like, what the hell? I could not during my time. So I'm saying that it's like they train like they never won, and they run like they've never lost before. So it's really something that's stunning. And I think, as I said, it really has to do with the discipline and them receiving that program that is being given to them.
You are right. And I'm sure that Aileen nodding her head is in agreement with you on that. But there's another question I want to ask, though, pertaining to that. St. Mary High got a taste of the pie twice, back to back. You said you did not know about that when you got into champs. What was your preparation like coming into champs? And after that, Aileen can tell us what her preparation is like.
All right, so I remember my first year going to boys and girls, and I must say that I was extremely nervous because, as I said, not much is really expected from St. Mary athletes by the general audience when they go there at boys and girls. And I was told by my teammates that they made me scared. They made me extremely nervous. Like, for example, they'd say, the girl in a lane 7 or lane 2, she body now, and a sheen in your eats. Girl, I know, oh, you're going to do this. And it was like that. And I'm like, why are you guys doing this? This is my first time. If they said this to me, how do you expect me to feel? So to be honest, my first times, I was extremely nervous. And it's like I had this doubt. Worse, I was placed in lane 8 because I ran the 200 in my first year. I was placed in lane 8. And I didn't even, like, the name of the athletes didn't manage to scare me, just the school alone. Like, knowing that someone from Edwin is in your eat, someone from Ver is in your eat, then you're like, oh, I'm doomed. Wow. So I was pretty nervous that I didn't get that, girl, go out there and just do your best, because it was more of who was in the race rather than focusing on what I could do as an athlete.
Aileen.
Oh, so the year I went to Ver, I had the Inez sisters. So the Turner sister. The Turner sister. Why am I calling Inez? The Turner sisters. When I went to Ver, I had the Turner sister, and I think Lassina asked Lassina last year.
Lassina,
so I think so. Yeah. So the yeah, so being introduced to the team with those caliber athletes, I mean, the only thing you can do is be great.
Right.
So and then preparation for champs is like we're a very technical high school. We're coming in to defend our title. We don't lose. We take no prisoner. Failure is not an option.
So you
So
go ahead, go ahead.
so we were prepped like that, and we had coaches like Coach Horton, and he don't play. Like he doesn't believe in us doubting ourselves or having fear of anyone or anything, and that's what he instilled in us. And then we had just the community like Vertec. When we were going to champs, you would think it was like some celebrity. The entire neighborhood came out with like pots and pans and everything, and it was like a whole send off party for us. So we had like the entire Clarendon, even though there was other school in Clarendon, you would think Vera is the only school that was there.
There was
But we had
Clarendon
like a
College at
we
the
had
time.
we had a full send. Every time we leave for champs, we have a send off. The streets are lined with people just pat and pan and waving and telling us good luck and stuff. And the bus packed with like grown food, and because wherever we stayed, we somebody cooks so food and everything set for us. So we had the mindset that we were going to we were killers going to champ. We're going to war, and we have to win, and we have to come back with something.
Funny
And
enough,
that's how.
in the discussion, sorry to cut you, but in the discussion Monday night, Ricardo Chambers actually said the same thing. He said it's hard to compete against a team and do well if they are well cared for. So he was even saying when you go to the champs camp and a man asleep in a nice bed and you have to grab a piece of cardboard and sleep on that. When morning come, you're paying up on everything. So if your team is not properly cared for and prepared for, then the other team is going to outdo you. And that's what I hear with what you're saying, Aileen, with the food, the send off party, all of that. So why wouldn't Veer win? You
Yeah,
guys
but
would have to win.
the craziest thing is that we really never have bed. We brought because the dorms we had bunk bed, and it had these
The
it's like
foam, the
these
foam
four
mattress thingy.
yeah these four mattress thingies. So you literally just take your bed and carry it with you. And I think we stayed at the police officers club. They have like a big so the girls had like their own little auditorium area, and then the boys had theirs. And we just camp up, like pack, and we sleep. But we had fun though, like we enjoyed it. And sometimes we to make it more comfortable, a couple of us will like double our mattress, and then we sleep at an angle so that we have like four, and then we get like a big sheet and turn it into like a king size bed, so that 4 hour we can, because a king size, we're like little scrawny kids. A king size bed can't fit all of us comfortably. So
No.
we made the best of the situation.
So it is very interesting listening to you ladies with the whole preparation and going into champs. So when you guys pack up and leave home like the weekend before or the Monday before champs and come into Kingston, it is a big carnival, having fun, competing, and tell me a little bit about that experience. Celine, you want to go first?
Well, yeah. So, chance time, we had the privilege of staying at a hotel in Kingston, so we were excited for that, of course, and it was all inclusive somewhat, so we liked that.
Wow.
So when we were to leave, because we usually leave on Monday. For some of us who would be competing in the events that would be held on the Tuesday, we would have left from the Monday. So we
Okay.
were super excited, hotel, and it's like we get this break from school, so we were super excited for that. But then that Tuesday is the day, so we had to get into preparation, and we had to made sure that our mindset and our body was intact. So even though we were excited about the hotel part of it, once we remembered what we were really there for, then you get that sort of anxiousness coming in, but at the same time you just wanted to go out there and do your best, because imagine you being that one from St. Mary who put St. Mary High School on the podium, then that is something that would stand out for you. So it was excitement, a bittersweet moment at the end of it, I'd say.
Wow, interesting. And I'm sure Aileen feel the same way. The merger of champs in 1999. Celine, you weren't born yet. In 1999, the merger of champs, and the women started to get some glory. And now champs is at a certain level where it's the hardest event in Jamaica to get into. What is it about this event that Jamaicans and visitors from all walks of life will fly or sail to be in Jamaica for champs?
I mean, it's Jamaica. It's the vibe. You see how you have you ever watched Boys and Girls Jump, lady? You see the vibe? Everybody want that energy. Everybody wants to feed off that energy. Everybody wants to have that confidence that we have when that our athletes have when they step out on the track. And it's like a fashion show. The girls them have different ear color and ear style, and the boys have different things that they're doing, and it's just a whole vibe. And it's like, even though it's a championship, it's like a full the stands is like a full blown party. So it's just the energy and the vibe, and people feed off good and positive energy, and that's just how, as Jamaican, as a culture, that's what we do. Like, people feed off our vibe and energy, and that's what champ is.
Aileen, you would have been a part of champs before the merger and after, right? You left
Yeah.
very technical 91, 99,
Yes.
2000,
No, I left 99. So
99.
I
So
left the year we merged.
right. So you would have gotten the taste of both world. How different was it for you?
It was different because then I got to see my because I've been making junior teams, so I got to see my male friends compete. Like, actually got to see them, and because what boys champs was different, so Vertic now gonna make you leave school to come watch. I can't afford to come all the way from Clarendon to come watch my friends compete. So I was able to watch my male friends compete, and they were able to, like, and then, so because we had all those relationships from character games, those boys schools were like cheering for us, and it felt good. Like, when you win, and you're doing your little lap, and the KC crowd cheering for you, the Calabar crowd cheering for you, and the Jago, because all of the schools cheering for you, and it just felt good. I mean, it just felt good. It's like, whoa, wow, this is nice. How come we didn't have this before? Because usually champs was just my sister climbing on the fence cheering for me.
Empty stadium. I've been there a few times
Yeah,
and
my sister was.
empty. Yeah.
Everybody knew my sister because she was just loud. My sister Angie was at every champs, and she was just loud, um and everybody kept wondering, who is this Yannick? She yelling out, "Go Yannick!" And but that's my nickname from St. Mary. So my sister was like the Veritech cheerleader, and she did an amazing job until we merged, and she was still there doing her thing.
Yeah, the merger, I think the merger has done a whole lot. The energy is really different, and having the girls and the boys competing on the same day, as you said, Aileen, people can cheer for their friends. So if you're a girl competing, you can cheer for your male friends, whether they go to Calabar or even your teammates from Veer
Yeah,
Technical.
yeah.
But Jamaica's dominance in track and field is unmatched, especially now with in this century, the 21st century. Jamaica, male and female, has pushed the bar so high. It is ridiculous what you guys have done in the 21st century. And how has chance helped your development, Aileen? Um, choosing a career in track and field?
I mean, it's just the I think it's just the vibe that you get. It's just the vibe that you get, like the pride that you get. Like, when you're representing your high school, it's the pride that you get. And then when you come home and you come trials, and everybody's just so because back in the day, trials used to be the thing. It had like stand, everybody, the stand was nice and everything. And to have that support, and then literally just to like walk out and people know who you are. Like my like growing up, my brother is a musician. I love Bunty Killer, and the first time I love Bunty Killer and Beanie Man, and the first time I met them, they knew who I was. You know how special that made me feel. Like they knew who I was, and not because I was his sister, but they knew I was Aileen Bailey. Apart from
And who is
Capleton,
your brother?
yeah, apart from Capleton, they knew who I was, and I was like, "What? Okay, this feels good. Maybe I need to run on a bigger stage, to see how much more and no celebrityness I can get." Um, and just it's just the pride of representing. I think it was just more pride for representing my country, because when I used to make junior team, and the vibe you get when you win and when you come back home, and it's just the love and support everybody has for you. And then the fact that you went back then, when you make a national Jamaica team, the gear was like like diamond, you know. So you were the only one that had it, and you would never see anybody in it. Like now you see everybody in like the Jamaican gear, but you have to have these make a team or have like a cousin or a sister that make the team too. So it's just like the things that you receive from representing your country just give you that pride and that love. And champs for me prepared me to be able to compete on the highest stage, because the level of competition we got competing with each other, it just make everything else seems easy.
Celine, Celine from St. Mary. Celine, how do you feel about buying of athletes or recruiting? How do you feel about recruiting? Do you think that recruiting athletes, one coach said to me that a certain part of the country prepares athletes to move on to other area. How do you feel about that?
I'd say I have mixed feelings as it relates to the buying of athletes, because during my time at St. Mary High, we lost a lot of athletes because of that. And what I realized is that a lot of these athletes who are at these schools, the central schools, realize that many of them are from the East, if we're being honest. And it really says a lot. But at the same time, if it is that an athlete is, let's say they're at a school, I don't want to say, maybe on, let's say, under resourced then, and you see that this athlete has potential, and there's a chance that if you take that athlete from that school and place him in a more developed school per se, there's a chance that you can get that athlete out there, then that's a good thing, right? But there are times when, but to some coaches at least, it would be like they built that athlete and then you would just come on board and take that athlete from them, and so it can be seen as unfair, because that school basically lost an athlete, right, that could have contributed to them getting points somewhere along the line. But as for me, I would say it was something I feared when I was going to St. Mary High. Not that I was the best of the best, but I always wondered, what if someone came to me with an offer like that? What would I do? Because at the same time, the decision wouldn't rest with me alone. My parents would have a say in it as well. And I believe that for me, I always said that I liked where I was, and I think that I contributed to the foundation that was there, and they contributed to my growth as well. So I felt like I owed that to them to actually stay there and work with the program and see if with my potential, if I could consume the training that I was getting and created not only a name for myself but for my school as well, to attract athletes and to get athletes that are already there to stay there.
Well said. Aileen, how do you feel about recruiting in schools, especially the bigger schools as we call them, moving athletes from the non-traditional high schools?
I mean, sometimes I think it's like it's like it has its good part, and then it's sometimes it has its negative part, because a lot of time the traditional schools literally universities know who they are, and it's easy for that student, if they want to move, get a scholarship or something like that, then it's it's easier and it's easier for them to be able to do that. And a lot of times, like the traditional school, they have like the funding to be able to help that kid, because sometimes you have to do the SATs, you have CXCs, and a lot of times it's like small schools aren't financially, what's the word, aren't financially able to assist that athlete with with that process, or they don't know the change that need, or of commands that need to be done to be able to help that athlete get to like school. So a lot of times kids switch to schools just for the academic aspect and be able to get a scholarship. A lot of time it's literally not anything to do with just athletics, because a lot of time they go into these power big schools and they get lost.
Right.
And a lot of times, like if you a lot of times, like some school they can do without like recruiting, because you already have 10 man running 10 to why you going to take the little man from him school. I would suggest that, okay, you see his potential, work with his coach. If he wants to be able to go to college, you have the avenues and all that stuff to be able to assist them, but don't take them out of the situation, and then they come to your school and they're just making up numbers. It a lot of time it works out well, a lot of time it does. So it's like there's pros and cons to it. So you just have to, and parents literally have to like start paying attention what is best for my child. And you have to pay attention if your child is struggling in a situation, take them out of it. A lot, don't let the flashy this and the flashy that distract you from your child's potential, or them not being able to progress to where it is that they need to be, because mentally that mess up athletes bad. And so it's just you have to weigh your options and make sure it's the right decision for you as the athlete, and the parents need to make sure it's the right decision for their child. Like me, it was the right decision for me, because it was Veer Tech, and Veer had, and I was like that good to go to Veer and just take over, but
What
not
was it
everybody is like
about
that.
What pulled you to Ver? What was the ticket that bought you for Ver?
I mean, they tell me I was sold that I was told that I would have access to the same dorm and bed that the Merlin Otti had access to, and I wanted all of that, because I wanted to be just like her or even better. So I wanted all of that. I
Well,
mean, it worked out.
so you were sold once Merlin Atti's name was mentioned. It was a goner.
Sold, gone, sold. It was done. Like I literally was ready. Manchester High School was the school I was going to. I was literally ready, set, ready to go to Manchester, and Vera visited last minute, and they sold me on the Merlin Ocky thing, and I was like, I am so sorry.
What a story. Beautiful.
So,
Um, yeah, I like stories like those because at least you were sold on the notion that someone before you had done it and she is even doing better for Jamaica. But Celine, Girls Champs, what what has Girls Champs meant to you competing there, whether you competed 2 3 times? What was it like for you? What does that memory mean to you?
Uh, those are memories I think I'll hold for a lifetime. It was mixed emotions all the way. It's like you've been training all season, and this is where you come. This is the big stage, so you know that here you deliver. And running alongside named athletes, that was something good for me. I realized that sometimes you just have to overcome that fear. It's natural. I realize that it's even natural to feel nervous. Nothing is wrong with that, because even the biggest of the biggest athletes do
Oh
feel nervous.
yes. Yep.
yes.
So nothing is wrong with that. And at the same time, I learned that it is okay to lose. It is okay to lose. But you know what makes it good? When you've lost but you run a PB, that is one of the greatest feelings ever, because coach can't blame me. I did my
Mhm.
best. I did
Yes.
my best. And even if you didn't make it to the finals, you feel so accomplished. I love those memories because They, even though I can't say, oh, I was on the podium, I can say I was there. I can say I experienced it, and I can say it has taught me a lot.
Aileen, you have competed at Champs, you've competed at Carifta, you've competed at World Juniors, CAC Games, the Olympic, the World, everything. Which one would you say is one of your most memorable?
Oh God. I think boys and girls champs, and I guess
Why
because
everybody always say boys and girls champ? We're talking about the
because
Olympics. You've been to so many Olympics. How can boys champ supersede that?
see, the thing is because the friendship that I created out of that, like Elva, I have Elva. I've had Elva in, even though she went to a different school. Like I've had her for like 20 odd years. My best friend Soini, I've had her for 20 odd years. Um, oh God, so many people like I met from like through competing at champs, and so many good relate friendships, and this is like the support system that I created from boys and girls champs like went with me straight to professional, because most of those people have I've competed with on the professional stage, and it's just the memory, man. It's, you don't understand, like it's like, you know how you have your favorite song, and when you play it, it give you like this amazing feeling. That's what
Yep.
boys and girls, I think, I don't know, for me, I don't know if it's for everybody, but that's what boys and girls champs is for me. It's like that favorite, like your favorite song. And it just brings you, when you hear it, you get all happy and warm and bubbly inside, and it's just boys and girls champs is just a representation of Jamaica culture. Like literally, literally the end of this week, all the schools and all the athletes, you would think that we hate each other. And then 1 week later, guess where we're going? And all of us hugging up.
Character.
Exactly. So it's like we have this love. It's not, I can't say love hate. It's like we have this love relationship for each other when we're at boys and girls champs. And then we have this, it's the same thing. So people literally think all of us, like these boys and girls that are competing against each other, like we hate each other, but we don't. Like right after the race, like we literally walk to the back of the field and say, "Yo, people them a try kill you, and me, what them, yo, brethren, why them a try kill you? Cause you beat me." Kind of situation. So it's just those relationship and the fun experience, like man, boys and girls. I mean, 2004 Olympic gold medal, next level. But still, boys and girls, foundation is the best thing ever.
I've heard it a lot. I've spoken to a lot of people, and when I ask them, they're like, "Champs is bigger than anything else." Is it because we're at home in Jamaica? Is it the noise that we as the fans in the stadium making? Is it the vuvuzela? What is it really that you
It's the
guys?
love. It's love. It's
Definitely.
Wow.
literally love.
It is amazing. I've been to quite a few champs myself, and the energy. I tell people, I when I'm going to champs, especially on a Saturday, I make sure to get there before anything starts because I don't want to miss
Miss.
anything. I want to
Nothing.
get my seat and start tallying my points and enjoying what you guys are doing. Champs, Girls Champs is, as I said earlier, is celebrating 66 years. I think they celebrated 66 last year. And there were four cancellations from it started in 1957. What what can we expect from Girls Champs this year, 2023? As you ladies look on, what do you think we can expect from the carnival itself?
Excitement. Excitement can done. Honestly, that is champs for you. You can be sitting in the stands, and let's say you used to run. It's like you feel as though you want to be out there on that field running just because of the excitement. It is just, the mood is everything for me.
Yeah, it's the move, the vibe. It's the love, man. It's the love. Like literally, they people will think that the KC and the Calabar people them hate them one another.
They
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 don't.
do.
don't.
No.
They don't.
They're
They don't.
they're like home. They're like they're. It's just champs, but
Do
it's
you
like a
think?
love relationship.
Do you
It's just
think
that
we the
I represented
fans?
my school today.
Do you think we the fans put up you guys against each other?
Yeah,
Yes,
We,
we're
we,
not
we
eyeglass. We don't
yeah.
have time for that.
definitely.
Yeah, I think so. I think we as a fan sometimes create tension between our athletes, and we think that the athletes they don't like each other, and we
True.
take side, and then we say stuff to start an argument. And how do you feel about that, Aileen, competing on the world stage for Jamaica on the Jamaican team, and the
I mean,
fact
it
that
hurts. It's hurt. Like I I can take it if it's coming. It doesn't hurt my feelings if it's coming from like people in the US and Europe and them stuff. But it's the people that I love. I
your people,
love my country. I love Jamaica. I love Jamaica, and it's when it hurts when it's coming from the people that you love because they expect us to be this the the same thing over and over. Like we go through changes, we go through series, we have injuries, we have emotional like problems going on, we have death. We some a lot of time we're competing and we have like death in our family. Like 2012 Olympic trial that came to Jamaica and I had to compete. And like my bonus mom, her son, like she lost her son that year. And she literally told me I need to go run instead of going to his um his funeral. And I'm like, dude, what? What? So it's like different sacrifices that we make. I mean, we don't. It's not like we're telling y'all to feel sorry for us or anything like that. It's just
just
that we
don't
would
be, yeah.
just don't tear us down. And it's like
Right.
I'm okay with losing. I'm okay with constructive criticism. I'm okay with, but I don't like when some stranger come on and like, oh, you fat, you're done, you need to retire. It hurts, especially coming from the people that the country that you're representing and the people that you love unconditionally because people have options. Like there's like a bunch of Jamaicans that's running for different countries. We chose home because we love our home. That's who raised us. Like boys and girls trams, we were born and bred from boys and girls trams, and it's a country that raised us, and we want to represent and we want to feel the love even on our bad days, even on our worst days. And I'm like I look at it as me coming into the bank and telling the bank manager, well, you lose money today, you're useless, go lose leave your job. Or I come into the bank and I tell you how to do your job. So
Ment-
them not knowing, like understand that, us as athletes, we go through things, we go through changes, we go through the same emotional roller coaster as you do. Um, it's just that just support us on our good days and our bad days because we're not gonna always have good days.
Good
I
days.
remember when you said in 2004 Olympics what they did to him, and then when he became lightning bolt, everyone, oh my God, we knew he would have been.
That's
No,
not
y'all were
real.
tearing him down. Stop it. Like literally, people don't realize like the words that you speak into people, like literally can cause damage. But I guess it is what it is.
People,
But
right?
yeah, you're right, because I've had these discussions every day with people, and I'm one of those persons who defend the athletes. And I've always said to people, let us not be too harsh with our comments, because if an athlete go out there and underperform, we don't know the what they're going through emotionally. So let us be kind with our words and support. I remember I was watching an interview with Melaine Walker last year, and I remember she was saying, she went somewhere to compete, and she just wanted somebody to tell her that it would be okay. You know, she was in a race with Dion Hemmings. And at that time, Dion Hemmings was at the peak of her career, and Melaine was just coming. And she said she saw Dion Hemmings in the race, and she was like, "Oh my God, my idol is in the same race with me." And she was saying to herself, "Please let her come over and just give me a pat on the shoulder and said, 'You got this.'" You know, so people do go through different emotions and mental health. We don't talk about mental health. How important is mental health for athletes? Celine, you want to jump on that one first?
I'd say it is very important, but it can be something that we tend to overlook, especially given the fact that it's athletics. So you're just thinking, okay, he or she's going to just come, run, perform. But what if they don't perform up to your standard, as Aileen was saying, or what is expected of them? Then you tearing them down can, of course, affect their mental health. And then we have to think about athletes who are in school as well. Not everyone can manage time. Time management is not a thing for everybody, and that too can actually tear down an athlete. Again, you can have things, even though you're an athlete, you're a student, you have a social life as well. Things are happening there as well. So I think that is something that I think we should give it more focus in the athletic department, because to be honest, not much people consider it, I must say, especially if you're an athlete who keeps on performing at the level at which you're expected. Oh, then everything is fine with this athlete or something like that. She can manage it. He or she's an athlete. If somebody says something about bad about them, they won't feel anyway because they're used to it. But no, before we're anything, we're first humans. So that is something we should really focus on.
Aileen, how did you stay focused mentally throughout your career?
I had a therapist, I had my best friend, I had my pops, I had my siblings.
Support, a good
I
support
just
group.
I had a system. And then my manager, Mr. Spencer, he instilled like one specific phrase in my brain from day one, and he was like, be humble in victory and gracious in defeat. And that like kept me going, and it doesn't matter how bad I do. He is always proud, and he's always had a good word of encouragement. My best friend, Saini, she's always done that. There's like so much, and Auntie Carmen was like gangster. She said, "Don't follow them because she will tase anybody for me." So and she
Influence.
had this strong confidence, nothing bothers her. So all these people like instill like just gave me like pieces of them to be able to like whenever I feel down, I just grab from different whoever I need at the time. So if I need an anti Carmen type of level, or I grab reach for her, and then Soini, and then my Mr. Spencer. So it's just different people I had. And then Dr. Irons, I used to see him when I was living in Jamaica and competing. So, I had a therapist. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we never take out a couple people at the stadium when they said the wrong thing to me.
Oh wow, girl, I do understand, because just going back to that a little bit, I'm not going to call any name, but a certain athlete this season is underperforming, and some of the comments that I've been hearing,
And if you tell them you want to fight them,
my heart goes out to her. I've never met her. My heart goes out to her, because I am saying to myself, we need to support our athletes. We have no idea what she's going through, why she is underperforming. And I'm sure people on the live might know who I am talking,
it's
because
transitioning from
she
one
is,
program.
yeah, she is underperforming, and she has not done much this season. And people are just trashing her. And I'm like, come on, she is not even a class two athlete as yet. Give her a break. So like for her, I mean, how is she going to cope? What kind of system can get her back in the game to be ready for less than 2 weeks? Because champs is less than 2 weeks. Week after next, this time we're in day two of champs.
Yeah,
and i'm,
it's
and I'm
just her circle.
Right,
Her
and
circle of people has to be. that strength for her and that encouragement and that motivation. And they literally need to keep her away from the negative comments and don't tell her what anybody say. Keep her away from that. Keep her focused on what it is that she has to do and she has to accomplish, and just zone her in on all, pour in all the positive things that
I, I
is
don't know.
available.
People are just ridiculous. I mean, people are saying all kind of things. They don't know if she's injured. They don't know if she's going through something. All we can do is find something negative to say because they're used to her doing super
Performing.
things and all of that. And I'm saying, come on, we don't
Do,
know. Maybe she's injured and we're not told. So do not form an opinion.
but they do know
And
there's a thing called puberty that us females go through, right?
I don't know.
Do they know that there's a thing like called puberty that females go through at a specific age, and it literally makes your body do, even if you're telling your body that it has to do this, it doesn't
We
until it goes through that process.
we need to be a little bit more positive when we're talking about people, especially if we don't know them. If you don't know what the story is, try and have something a little nicer or a little kinder to
The
say.
same.
Another question, another big question. Do you guys think that coaches at the high school level have a responsibility to take athletes' future into consideration?
Most definitely, most definitely. And I even wanted to chirp in when Aileen was speaking regarding who she had as her therapist. I think that coaches sometimes they serve as that stronghold for their athletes, because my coach, he was a cool type of coach. When it's work time, yes, but he made us feel so comfortable where we could talk to him about anything, even if it's a case where if you were underperforming, something we're going through at home, anything at all. And he was like that safe space that we could go to and we could talk to him, right? Sometimes he would even pick up because he'd see that we're not performing as how we used to, which you're training every day. There has to be some connection or some relationship between you and your coach. Your coach knows you like that because you spent most of your time training. So it's like he would pick up and might call us one side, what's happening with you, you wish to talk about it, and we could just literally talk to him about anything. So yes, I believe coaches do have that responsibility. It's like once we start performing for the school, representing the school, so it's like our future now is, when we reach that level, you and I, my coach and I, suppose we can have that discussion. Sir, how do I look for the future? Where do you think I can go from here? Are there any offers for me? And I think that he or she should put themselves out there to actually search for schools, scholarships, to help these athletes, because not only will it help the athlete, it will help those upcoming. And not only that, but then the athlete would feel like, no man, I remember sir helped me through all of this, then I need to give back to my school, see who I can help in return, because what, someone helped me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And it will I think it will help their legacy also because Mr. Michael Carr from Wolmer's Girls, Shellyan is a part of his legacy. And when they talk about Shellyan Fraser Price, they talk about Michael Carr a whole lot. So, I know that a lot of the coaches, they're thinking about championship and points. And I don't know if it's a case where because they're not going to be coaching the athletes after they leave high school, but I personally think that coaches should really look, especially if it is a talent that can go somewhere else. You should
Right.
at least put
Think
some of
long term.
your, yeah, think long term because
Mhm.
I've heard a few people said that they want to go to Arkansas University, and I asked them why, and they said because Arkansas um, look at the Olympics. They want the Olympians. They want their athletes to go to the Olympics. So it is not just about running on the NCAA circuit. They actually want. And I remember the 2012 Olympics. They had quite a few of their athletes who were at the Olympics, and they did pictures. Tyson Gay was one of them. Veronica was one of them. I think Omar McLeod also went to Arkansas,
Arkansas, yeah.
right? So they actually look higher than the NCAA circuit. They're looking at how many Olympians they can produce. But just moving along a little bit, let us talk about Champs 2023 on the ground. Girls Champs. Who will win Girls Champs?
Why? Haida look good,
True,
Definitely.
true,
and
true.
then oh God, who else did I see? I think Homewood look like they're coming into a little
Yeah, they're
form.
Homewood is coming back. Edwin Allen
Yeah.
is there, of course, but
So it's
yeah.
it's it's I guess Saturday we'll figure it out when it starts because it looks sticky.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to be very close. But I want us to talk about the class one girls 100 meters with Serena Cole
Ooh.
versus Alana Reed. Two outstanding young ladies. They went to the World Juniors last year. Both of them medal, and they are back this season on, and they're doing brilliantly, brilliantly. Not forgetting Alexis James from Petersfield, and Alexis stayed at Petersfield right through her career, and to me she has improved, so nicely that she too will be in the mix. Can we say Veronica's record will go off what, 11.12, 11.13 over 20 years?
Depends on how is because Serena long jumps as well, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she does.
So jumping and then running kind of rough on the legs. So if there's a way for the long jump not to be on the same
True. Because she ran 11,
plane,
she ran 11.18 on Sunday, on Saturday, to win the
yeah, with
character
fresh
of the
legs.
20.
So if she has that, and that's the thing, because she's gonna be running all week, because I know she have relays and she have the jumps. So and the jumps, like Elva can tell you, because she used to run from the long jump to the 100 final.
Yes,
The jump,
I've seen quite a few people.
the jumps and the legs,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've
So
seen young Hodges, by the way, who is now the world junior champion at 200 indoors. Yep, 22.33, 16 at age
I guess next
16.
week,
Yeah,
yeah.
at age 16 running 22.33. But I've seen Hodges, she did it last year at the Carifta Games held in Kingston, where she was actually in the long jump pit when they were ready to run. I think it was
Okay.
200 semis or something like that. And she just moved from the pit, go and run her race, won her heat, and then go back to the long jump pit. So it is doable. We've seen athletes who have
Mm-hmm.
done it. But that 100-meter with Serena Cole and Alana, it is going to be one of the highlights
Definitely.
on the girls' side. Yes, on the girls' side, because
Yeah.
they're both looking good, and it seems as if a great rivalry is going on, there, because at Central Champs, Alana won. At Carifta, Serena won.
And
So
if
Champs and the both of them will be going to Carifta if
Mm-hmm.
Alana
It's
chooses
anybody's
to run the
race
one. So they are, something
if
is going on there. But we know
between
that
the two.
Champs, as Aileen said, Champs energy is a different energy. So when you
different.
line up, it can go anywhere.
And then Serena is trying to create her own path because, like, for the couple of years, she was overshadowed by the twins.
By the twins, yeah.
So, so
Do you
this
think
year she
she
wants to
do you
make
think
sure
she
that.
was do you think she was overshadowed though, because she broke up the twins? She
I mean,
split.
it's not. I mean, not overshadowed in a bad sense. Not in a not in a bad sense, but like I think like the focus was on them and not. Even though
Over.
she was doing well, like the focus was literally on them. Like she was just like the bridesmaid.
And
Yeah.
as
Last
some,
year was definitely
yeah,
her year, though.
and
Yeah,
as Kino on the live chat is saying, if the wind works in their favor, then they can get good times. If the wind is legal, which is,
yeah,
positive 2.0 is fine. If the wind is in, because I remember last year, last year after the class 2 boys ran, the wind was perfect, I would say. And by the time the class 1 young ladies line up, the wind changed. And I'm like, oh my God.
Stadium for you.
Right, because that race between Tina Tia and Brianna Liston, it should have been faster based on what they have been
Yeah.
doing coming in, but the wind changed.
So it depends on the time of day in the stadium. It could either be in your back or in your face.
So if the wind
So they
is
have to time
blowing,
it.
yeah. So that is one of the races that we will be looking to see. But as you guys said, and I agree, I think it is going to be close between Heidel and Edwin Allen, and Homewood should be not too far
Not too
away.
far.
So, and Homewood is a 10-time champion. So I never bet against a champion. I prefer to bet on them and lose. So, any other event you guys are looking forward to for at Girls Champs 2023?
Oh, yeah.
The
Class 3?
400, the 400 class one with
Yeah. Oh, with Ricky and
Onika. Yes, Ricky and Russell and Onika Makanoff.
yes. If Makanov run that 400 meters, yes, it is going to be a ding dong battle. But Ricky is looking to me, and this is my opinion. Some people might disagree, but even though they both have ran sub 52, Rickian is looking the strongest for me because Makanov will have the 400 hurdles is her
Hurdles.
pet event. So if she run in the 400-meter to get extra points, Rickian is looking very, very, very superior in that class 1 girls 400 meters. So that you're right. That will be another race to watch. And of course, the class 3 girls 100 meters with the duo from Wolmer's
Oh, yeah,
with
baby.
with Natrice East and Tiana Marshall. That is going to be Kino on the live is saying Russell cannot beat arrested Makanov. But Kino, we have to remember that Makanov
Rest is
might be
important.
doing the 4 hurdles and the 400 flat. So
It's done
and
before.
yeah, and Rickian will be doing the 400. So if I was going to bet, because I like Makanov, I like her. I've been watching her all her champs career. A lovely young lady. But if I was going to bet, I would put the money on Rickian. And I would love to see Rickian versus Makanov if Makanov is only running that 400-meter, because they would be running big woman time.
But it depends on the schedule, though. If the schedule
Yeah.
is right, she can
Mhm.
run the 4 hurdles and come back. It's like I said, champs energy is next level. Dead leg, nobody dies at champs once the vibe is right.
Yeah, the
Right.
vibe, the
It's like
energy. Yeah.
everybody's going to be fighting to the line. So if she gets enough rest between the hurdles and the 400, it's going to
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah, it is going to be a very good race. I assure you, it is going to be a very, very good race. So if she's running one event and Makanov is running two, it might be a little work on Makanov's legs. But let's see. This is what I want to see: the competition, the excitement, and all of those things. But the class 3 girls, Wolmers. Wolmers have a pair of young ladies, Tiana Marshall and Natrice East, versus Terry Long from Edwin Allen. If Terry Long is fully fit, then we should be seeing a ding dong battle. Wolmers versus Edwin
I
Allen.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not every day you see a Kingston school challenging like this, challenging
I
Central.
like it.
Yeah, I love it.
Women's
Same.
usually
Yeah,
have some
yeah,
good athletes.
yeah. I love it.
'Cause-
I love it. Yeah. I, I
yeah.
I I love the energy. I love what I'm seeing, and It is going to be fireworks. It is going to be fireworks. Sadly, I won't be there, but of course, I will be
We
watching.
be watching it.
Yes, we will be watching Alien.
I'm
We
at
will
it.
be, yeah, we will be watching from this side. So, um, anything else you guys are looking out for from Girls Champs? Because I have a little quiz for you. But before I get to my quiz, any other Girls Champs points you want to bring to the fore for our viewers, our listeners?
No.
Kino is saying that Natrice East have top end speed. Yeah, she's very good. Very
Oh,
good.
cool. Oh,
Yeah, she's very good. She doesn't have the best start, but her top end is
so she's
super.
kind of like Sharika.
Yes, and Keron. Yeah, kind of like
Okay,
Sharika and Keron. You can leave them in the blocks,
but
and
they
and even Veronica too, because if we remember Veronica 2007 at the World Championships, Veronica was left in the blocks and Veronica came back and won the gold medal. It took them a good few minutes to separate
her
Veronica
and
and Lauren. Yes.
yeah,
So you have some athletes, not the best starters, but man,
finishes well.
yeah.
They're
And
good.
Usain Bolt is like that too. He doesn't have the best start, but hello, he is
Finish
coming.
well.
Finish.
Yeah, so she's very good. So if we don't have any more girls' champs moments or any other event that you guys are looking forward to, we are going to get into this quiz now. Ready? Are we ready? Are we ready, ladies?
I hate exams.
I know,
Same.
right? So what I'm going to do, I am going to call, or let me write Aileen, Celine. I am going to call the name of the athletes and you tell me which school they went to. I did this with the men. I'm going to talk. No, I did this with the men on Monday, and Davian Clark won the male section and the female section. Yes, Davian
Actually,
Clark. So when I did it on Monday, I was only doing the male, and then the men said, "Do some female, do some female." So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you guys some females and also their male. Aileen, please to take time with Celine.
Don't.
Celine just born yesterday. Anyway, we're going to go now. All right, Jackie Pusey.
St. Mary High.
Okay, one for Celine. Grace Jackson.
Queens.
Queens.
All right, that sounds like the both of you same time, so I'll give you 1-1 there. Karen Stewart.
Jago.
There. Oh.
Jago.
Yep, say Jago she went to. Melaine Walker.
Jago.
You know, hear myself take time with
Oh,
Celine.
sorry.
Delarine Ennis London.
San Diego.
Yes. Oh, I saw what just happened there.
Nothing happened. What you talking about?
Michelle Freeman.
Diego.
All right, Celine.
Right.
Juliet Campbell.
Julian Campbell.
Juliet Campbell is now Puma's rep for Jamaica. She's always at track meets.
San Diego.
Yes, say Jago, right.
Lina Kill.
Alina, easy up, man.
Huh?
Sandy Richards.
Clarendon College.
Clarendon College it is. Gillian Russell. I know this might give Celine a little problem. Gillian Russell. Gillian Russell was in the era with she competed with the likes of Merlene Otti.
Edwin.
No,
Wolmers.
no. Kingston is a Kingston school.
Kingston.
Jilly. Where Jilly go?
Queens.
Hope Road. That's one hint. Somewhere up Hope Road
Ah,
side.
then. No. Campion.
Campion is right.
Campion.
Yeah, Campion she went to. Sharon Simpson.
No, not there. What's called?
Manchester.
Manchester.
Manchester, yeah. Elaine Thompson-Hira.
Manchester. No.
No.
Yes, you're right, Manchester.
Manchester, yeah.
Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester, yeah. Sharika Williams.
Diego.
States.
States, yeah. Bridget Foster Hilton.
How much did it go again? Jesus.
Int.
No, States.
States.
Yeah, States, yeah. Shelly Ann Fraser Price.
Can I not know? do better.
You better know that one, yeah, you know.
Look here, Shelly. I'm going to say it again. Shelly and Fraser Price, 5 times
Is
world
it not? No,
champion.
no, not street. Oh, that's the
Look here.
name.
No,
Euro
no.
Circle. Euro Circle.
But it's
Wolmaz.
Wilma is no. I hope Shelly get to see this and be
Don't should I
upset with
shake her
you
head?
guys. Walmart it is, yeah. Shirley went to Walmart's. Novlene Williams Mills.
Lovely, lovely.
How can I not know this? And my best
There.
friend went to that school first.
No, not Vera. Novlene didn't go to Vera.
No, it's in St. Anne.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me
Ferncourt.
first Merlin Otti,
There.
There.
Aileen Bailey.
You know.
There.
I went to Calabar.
You're right, Celine. Sharika Jackson.
There.
And Celine. Veronica Campbell Brown.
You mentioned this.
You just said.
Celine.
There. There. Yes, Aileen told the story. There.
Yes, Aileen told the story right. Dion Hemmings McCarthy.
Oh, she not gonna get that one there.
Dion
Manchester.
Hemmings. No.
There.
On that side, you're warm. Ver.
There.
There.
Yeah. Oh, Aileen did say Ver. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lacina Golden Clark. Aileen did.
There.
Yeah, Aileen did mention her. Ver is right. Beverly McDonald. Come, Celine.
There
Aileen.
again?
Yes. You see, I tell you, Ver
Ooh.
and St. Jago. Ver and St. Jago are
How's that?
most of Jamaica's outstanding track and field athletes. Because all the names I just called, they're all Ver. The last
Yeah,
second.
because back then Vertec and St. Diego was like Vertec, St. Diego, and Manchester High School. We were like neck at always a war.
Yeah, because if you look at our medalists at the Olympics and the World Championships, most of them come from Veer
Yeah.
Technical. And I'm going to tell you a little secret about Veer. Veer Technical has had a female on every 4x1 team at the Olympics from 1980. If you don't believe me, go and check it.
And
If
so
I
yeah,
am wrong,
good.
yes. Merlin Otti was there from 1980, 84, 88, 92, 96, Sydney. Then
And then Beverly.
yeah, and then 2004 came Aileen, Beverly, Veronica. 2008, Aileen, Veronica. 2012, Veronica again. 2016, Veronica was there. 2020, Sharika was there. So you see, I'm not lying. Very Technical has had a female on every 4x1 team from 1980 Olympics.
So who was one more? Jake or Ver? Who was one more titles? Ver.
Ver one more medal.
I think Ver, yeah, I think overall Ver has won more titles than Jago. I can do a check, but just working with quick calculations when you look at how many Merlin won, how many Veronica
Merlin
won.
alone.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're going to go to the men now. This is a part
Oh God, I'm a fail.
give you guys trouble. The men now. Raymond Stewart.
Camperdown.
Camperdown is right. Donald Quarry.
Donald Quarry.
Donald Quarry. As in the Olympian Donald Quarry.
Green School. They're upon Mountain View. School upon Mountain View.
Kingston same way, no.
Casey?
No.
No. Kingston School, but no.
San Diego?
Not
No.
San Diego.
No.
Arden him go?
No, not Arden.
Calabar?
No, not Calabar. No.
Why I thought he went to Camperdown?
Camperdown. Donald Quarry and Raymond Stewart went to Camperdown.
Oh, Camperdown. Okay.
Yeah. Davian Clark.
Purple.
Davian Clark.
Purple.
Casey.
Casey is right. Lennox Miller. This one might give you guys a little trouble because he won medals for Jamaica at the 1968 and 1972 Olympics.
Lennox Miller.
Yeah, no. Kingston.
Is that country?
No, Kingston.
Kingston?
No, Sean.
Lennox Miller.
Lennox Miller, I think, if my memory serves me correctly, I think he's the father of Inga Miller. You've ever heard the alien? You're supposed to know the
Yeah, I
name.
know Inga. Yeah,
Yeah,
she ran
Was
for the
it
US.
I think he's her dad. He went to
I,
KC.
Casey?
Yeah.
yes.
So I'm going to give the both of you a point for that. Gregory Horton,
Gregory.
San Diego?
No, country school.
Kingston. No, Gregory at Kingston.
Gregory Town?
Mm-hmm.
Hint.
No Keno, not Calabar. No
JC.
Carrier, not Wolmer's. No.
Gregory go Excelsior.
Celsius is right. Yeah. Winthrop Graham.
Who?
Excelsior.
Winthrop Graham. No, country.
Oh, Winthrop went to
Hmm.
Stets.
Edwin.
Stets is right. No, Stets. Usain Bolt.
You better know that in a
William
little
Neighbor.
girl. Oh,
Usain Bolt.
she get it.
William Neighbor.
Oh, she said William Nate because I would be most upset. Danny McFarlane.
That's a country school?
Yeah, country school.
Oh, Ochi.
Yeah,
Ferncourt?
Ochi Rena's High.
Oh,
Asafa Powell.
What? San Diego.
no.
His brother went to St. Jago.
Hmm.
It's in
So far.
Spanish Town.
What did
Why am I drawing a blank?
Celine Keenan.
I know,
Why
You
you don't
know.
stop with Edwin Allen? Yeah. Where are we
It,
now?
they,
Asafa?
Asafa.
they are,
With
I
that
saw
Asafa.
their where place name?
It's in St. Catherine. It's in
Yeah,
St.
me
Catherine.
know.
St.
No,
Catherine. Well, no, not St. Diego.
no, not
No,
Saint Diego.
no. It is out of Spanish Town.
Out of Spanish Town.
See Omar telling you guys there.
So it's Spanish Town,
Charlemont?
then Charlie Mount.
Really?
Charlie Mount. Celine said Charlie Mount first or Aileen?
Yeah,
Oh,
Celine.
Yeah,
Oh.
Asafa went to Charlie Mount. All right, moving down the line now. Michael Frater.
St. Diego.
No,
Old man.
Michael Frater is actually from Trelawney, but he went to school in Kingston.
He went to
Oh.
Wilmers.
Yeah, Woolman's is right. Yep. All right, Nesta Carter.
What's the next?
You know that one, yeah.
St. Diego.
No,
What?
Country.
St. Diego?
not St.
Country?
Diego. Country, a little bit more out in country, more
Way
like
down.
Central
Cold.
Jamaica.
It cold
All
up
right,
there.
all right. I'll give you a hint. He and Elaine is from the same area.
Manchester.
Manchester. He's
Banana room.
Banana. What name? Banana Ground? Yes, something like that.
So HP
Mike-
you're not young athlete in my time.
I know, right? She just has stress you out.
Sunny
Guess
May.
what now? No, guess what now? The athletes that I'm actually looking on, the heading of it is champs athletes who went on to do who competed for the country at a high level and
So you could have get
Yeah.
one new one.
but what I'm going to do it when I'm finished with these, I'm going to just throw some new one off the top of my head.
No,
And
but there's ones that she.
you
I
better
think
know
there should be
them.
ones that she would know.
Sisandra is saying Manchester there. All right, next one we're going to know. Michael McDonald. Michael McDonald.
There.
Yes, ma'am. Steve Mullins.
There.
Yes, ma'am. Johan Blake.
Johan Blake. Diego.
Yes,
Finally, we get a
ma'am.
Diego.
Wow, you get a Jago. Nikhil Ashmead.
Ashmead.
Yeah.
Your best friend.
Diego.
Yeah. He and Johan ran a champs together. Nathan Allen.
San Diego.
Yes, ma'am. Wow, you're firing. Bert Cameron. Bert Cameron is the first world champion at 400 meters.
There.
No.
San Diego.
Yeah.
St. Jacob. Yep.
Why are there so many Diego people?
Gregory Megoo.
Who?
Gregory Megoo.
He's new.
Gregory Megoo. He competed back in the time of like Merlene. He was on teams with Merlene, Juliet Cuthbert, Grace.
How?
Bert.
See, I'm lost.
Say Jago. Say Jago.
Saint Jago.
So I'll give you both a point.
Why didn't I say Saint Jago?
Donovan Powell. Donovan
Oh, that's
Powell
a
is
Safa brother.
Asafa's brother, yeah.
Oh, Casey.
No. He went to school in St. Catherine. Oh my God, the people on the comment section, they all have the
Yeah,
answer. They all have the answer. Donovan Powell, St. Catherine
yeah,
School,
so.
but not the same school
So
as Asafa.
Asafa went to Charlie Mount and he went to Jago?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Arthur Wind. I know this one going to give Celine. I'm going to give you guys trouble, but I'm still throwing them in because they have done so much for
Arthur,
Jamaica. Arthur Wind.
isn't Arthur? No,
It's a country school?
No,
no.
Kingston.
Isn't St. George's
No.
or
Jago?
Calabar?
Seabar.
Calabar.
So, yeah. Herb McKinley.
Calabar. Me not get that
Calabar.
one. I'm my favorite. Calabar.
Herb is Calabar. Warren Weir.
Woolmars.
No.
Bar.
Celine, you must know Warren. Where Warren go?
Calabar.
Yeah. So carry on in the chat saying Calabar, Sandra Kino, all of them. Big up on yourself. Maurice Wignall.
Oh, where you go again?
Maurice Wignall ran hurdles for Jamaica. He's a hurdler.
Calabar?
So Sandra say,
Yes, Calabar.
Oh.
Go on, Sandra. You know where I go on.
Yeah, Sandra.
Kerry, where you get KC from? Kerry look like she like KC. You know, these are the people on the chat. Frederick Dakers. Yeah, you have people on the chat answer.
Calabar. Dakers
Yes.
into Calabar.
Yeah, Dakers is Calabar. Travis Michael.
Michael, na Calabar.
Yes. Man, the boat, how you doing well, man? Maurice Smith won silver at the World Championship 2005, I think it was.
And he's an entertainer, man.
St. Jago, Calabar.
Yes.
Calabar, yeah. All right, I'm going to do some new athletes now, just off the top of my head to help out Celine. Is it what that's saying, Monroe? Monroe. Omar is Calabar. Maurice went to Calabar.
Maurice went to Calabar.
All right, I'm going to throw some athletes, some younger athletes. Simone Facey,
St. Jago.
No.
Yeah.
There.
Yes, is right.
Not young.
Those not young, but those are 21st century. But then again, when these people compete in Celine, must say
was a baby.
Small,
very one, yeah. All right, we're going to come a little forward. Anisha McCloskey.
There.
No, go on again. They won 10. No, they won 10 championships. Go on again. One more guess.
St. Jago.
No. St. Jago only won 4 championships. Omod, yes. Anisha McLean, Omod. All right, let's come further now. Kevona Davis.
Edwin.
Yes. Kevona Davis is actually from St. Mary also. Yep. All right. I'm going to give you a name now, but she is not Jamaican, but she ran at champs in Jamaica and she's now doing well overseas at the college level. Julian Alfred.
She
went to school in St. Catherine. No.
St. Catherine. St. Jago.
No.
St. Catherine High.
St. Catherine High. Nice. She's no creating problems on the
she was here at school?
College circuit. Yeah, she went to St. Catherine High. But what is so funny, yeah, she ran along with Kevona Davis. She ran at champs with Kevona Davis. All right, who else can I give Celine that is in the know? I did say Shelly already, and Celine could not tell me which school Shelly Ann went to.
Jacko.
I did say Sherika Jackson. I think I said Sherika before.
Yeah, you said Sherika.
Veer, yeah, Sherika is Veer. Chrisani May. Do you know the name Chrisani May?
Homewood.
Yeah, Homewood. She ran 800 for Homewood. I'm just picking names. Brittany Anderson.
Brittany Capadone.
I have to give
No.
you that. No, you're right. And I'm going to
Yes,
tell you the
she transferred in
story.
the later years.
Yeah, she went to Veer. She started out at Veer and then she finished up at Camperdown. So
Capital.
Camperdown and Veer can own Brittany Anderson.
That
You were there at
Um,
that time, Aileen, when she was there?
I'm an old lady.
no, Brittany actually came after Aileen.
She came back after
Um,
Veronica.
yeah, she came after
Okay.
Veronica too. Yeah, Brittany is just maybe 22, 23, something like that.
Okay.
Megan Topper.
Megan Topper, St. Andrews for girls.
Yep. Daniel Williams. World
Daniel
champion
Williams.
Daniel Williams.
Um,
Kingston.
Daniel.
Kingston School. Kingston School. Yes, Kevin, you're right. Brittany is
Bull,
very young.
Woolmans?
No. Go on again. Kingston.
Kingston. Queens.
Queens is right, yeah. Daniel went to Queens. Let me see who else I can come with off the top of my head. I'm going to go to some males now. Christopher Taylor.
Calabar.
Mm-hmm. Ramon McKenzie.
Ramon Mackenzie.
Mm-hmm.
In Kingston?
Yeah, Kingston too. But he was before Christopher Taylor.
Oh.
Redis Road. Stick to Redis Road.
Calabar?
Calabar, right? Ramon McKenzie was actually in the same era with Warren Weir. He was on team with Warren Weir running against Johan and Michaela
Yeah.
Smith. Who else I can give you from your age group? Celine. Who else? People in the chat, give me some schools now, some names. Sandra, give me some names. Anthony Carpenter.
Anthony Carpenter. Calabar.
Calabar. Brian Level.
Edwin.
Edwin is right. DeAndre Daly.
DeAndre Daly. Casey?
Country. Way
Country.
over country. Not alien side. Not the dominant side. The other side.
From
The
St.
west.
Elizabeth.
West. DeAndre Daly. From
Edwin
the west.
Stets?
No. Herbert Morrison.
Herbert Morrison.
Okay.
Yeah. Nkrumah Buwaji Nkrumah.
Casey.
Yes, man. I know everybody would know
Everybody.
that.
He is so
Buwaji.
good.
Listen, we're not here to talk about the boys, but
My bad.
Very.
listen. Nkrumah he went to the World Juniors last year and won silver, and he is still on that high. I don't know. Most of the athletes who went to the World Juniors last year and did well, they are still on form. Most of them are still, based on what I've seen. Serena is still on form. Alana is on form. Nkrumah is on form. Delano Kennedy is on form. Oh, Delano Kennedy. He runs a 400.
Woolmans?
No, country, central.
Country. Ooh. Not Edwin.
Yes, Edwin.
Edwin?
Yeah. He won the Carifta last year and he went to the World Junior Championship, but
Mind
unfortunately
me
he
asking,
got
where is Level now?
Brian Level. He's still at Edwin Allen, but he is injured.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't run at the Carifta trials last weekend because I think he's slightly injured based on what I'm hearing. Or he's having some little issues, so I guess he's just resting
Okay.
up for a chance.
Okay.
Delano Williams.
Where did Lana go again?
Kevin, why you gone so far back? Delano will.
It's in the country?
Yeah, country. Yeah. West, in the west.
Petersfield?
No, go on down some more. Go on some more.
Monroe.
Monroe is right. Zarnell Hughes. Thank you, my people on the chat giving me some school. Zarnell Hughes.
Oh.
Zarnella Casey? No.
Yeah, Casey. Yeah.
Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he British.
He is from Angola, I think, or something like that. But he's now competing for the British, for Great
Like
Britain.
a Brit.
Yeah.
British.
I see another name. Tracy Barnes. Oh God, Omar, make it wicked. So Tracy Barnes.
Tracy Barnes. Mannings.
Yeah. I know Celine would get that one. Yeah, Mannings. She was an outstanding. Oh my God, when you go to
know.
What did she used to run?
800.
Eight.
When you go to stadium, I hear the name Tracy Barnes. Man,
And
you have
4.
to look. Yeah, 4 and 8. Oh my gosh, she was something else. There was another name that I saw. Trisha K. Smith. Which school Trisha K. Smith go again?
Mannings.
Manning's Trisha. Yes, Manning's. Yeah, Trisha K. Yeah, Manning's. She went to Manning's.
Yeah.
Who else I can think of? Come, guys, in the chat. Give me some more. Prince from St. Jago. What is Prince's first name again?
Gregory.
Greg. Oh my. Okay, so you got that one. You got that one, girl. You like St. Jago, right, Celine?
Yes, I do.
You do. Yeah, Gregory Prince went to. Yeah.
That's cool.
Tina Clayton.
Edwin, the great Edwin.
Yes, Edwin indeed. Tia and Tina, Edwin Allen. Brianna Liston.
Well, she started at St. Jago and ended at Idel.
Look at you.
Ray.
2 points for that one. Yes, you are right. She started out at St.
Transfers.
Jago and
Transfers are fun.
yeah, and finish up at Hydel. Simoya Campbell.
I know that name.
Mm-hmm.
Now, home would she go?
Simoya
Where?
Campbell over there. Yeah, she actually upset Chrisani May at Champs in the 800, beating Chrisani May on the line, running inside.
Oh,
Yes, yeah. Sashika Steele. She left
Omod.
school. Wow, look at you in central business.
yeah. Where is she?
Who?
Sashika.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she's still in the sport. Bobby Gay Wilkins.
Bobby Gay.
Yeah, very outstanding for a certain school in Central.
Bobby Gay.
Uh-huh.
That's a female or a male?
Female.
Female. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Female.
Edwin?
No, but you're warm. You're very warm. Same place in that area.
No.
Central Jamaica.
No.
Hydel.
Homewood.
No.
Yeah, Homewood. Yeah, she was standout. Jura Levy. Sandra, give me the name. Jura Levy.
Jura Levy. You guys are smiling. Why?
Because Aileen know exactly where she's from.
There.
Listen, when you talk about a starter, when you talk about a bullet starter, she's still competing to this day. When you talk about a bullet starter, you talk about Jura Levy. So Aileen can tell you where she went.
Oh, she just said that.
She
said there.
Oh, she said, okay.
She saw me dancing, so she said there.
Aileen is going to dance and her face is going to lighten up when so I know it's there.
Yes, yes. Khalees Spencer.
Khalees, I know where Khalees is starting.
Oh, where Khalees go again? Khalees
went
from the west. She's from the west also. Khalees is from the west.
Scully.
What's that?
I think I said.
No, Mannings.
Mannings?
I think a Mannings should go. People on the live where Khalees went. Mannings, right? I think it's Mannings. Yeah, I think it's Mannings. She went.
No, it's one of those schools.
Yeah, I think it's Mannings. Kemba Nelson. This one is going to be
Kimba.
Kimba is a town school.
Hold on, Kevon is saying that.
I think it's a town school.
Hold on, Kevon is saying that Khalees went to your castle. Mannings, I think it's Mannings.
It is.
Dion Hemmings started out at your castle. Yeah, she went
your
to
castle sound familiar.
Yeah, Dion Hemmings started out at York Castle and then she ended up at
I think Khalees started went to York. Yeah, because it wasn't like a big name school she went to.
Okay, yeah, she went to Mannings. I know her from Mannings. Yeah, they're saying Mannings. Yeah. All right. Did I say Kemba? Yeah, Kemba Nelson.
Kemba. School out here, no? One of those.
Kemba is from the west.
Yes. West. Mount Alvernia?
You're close, but it's Montego Bay High she went to. Or is Mount Alvernia? Yeah, it's Montego Bay High. Or is Mount Alvernia?
I think it's Mount Alvernia.
Mount Alvernia, yeah.
It's Mount Alvernia.
Kemba went to Mount Alvernia, right? Yeah.
What was that been have an Olympic medal?
Yeah, and see on the live they're saying is hold on. Yes, they're saying Mount Alvernia.
Mount Alvernia.
Yeah, my brother's wife teaches at that school.
Yeah.
Kiara Grant.
Kiara Grant,
Kiara?
that's a good one. Kiara Grant. Where did Kiara
Yeah.
Grant went? Kiara Grant went to school in Kingston. That time they used to have some really good hurdlers. Yeah.
Kingston Hurdle School.
Yeah. You
Well,
used to
have
hear
you?
their name a lot in the hurdles. Right in Kingston. All right, let me give you a hint. They're not far from Casey and George's.
Wolmer's?
Come on, Aileen, you got this.
No. Almost in the same area where you have Casey and George's. Alpha.
They're not so
Alpha.
common now,
Yeah, she
yeah.
went. Yeah, Kiara Grant
She's
went.
still running, right? She's overseas.
Yeah, she's overseas. She's still in the business. Yeah, she's still
Okay.
running. Akira Nugent.
Akira is at in Excelsior.
Excelsior is
She's
right.
doing exceptionally well.
She's
Yes,
doing
she
really good.
is. Yeah, she is doing. She's doing well. Our
Did she switch
hurdling.
universities?
Yes, she switched. Our university is doing. Our hurdlers are doing well. Oh, see, Kevon. Kevon just gave me a name. Kevon Jahil Hyde. Hey,
Jahil,
Lloyd.
come on.
Jahil
Wilma
Hyde.
Olmos.
No,
Jahil went to
he went to a school in St. Catherine.
Jonathan Grant?
No, more
No.
more
Jahil?
to Portmore side. He went to a school in Portmore.
Oh, Bridgeport.
Bridgeport. Yeah, Jahil went to.
That's where Leaford Green went to Bridgeport before he
Yes.
went to
Wait,
KC.
man.
Yeah.
Jahil used to go Jahil?
Yeah, Bridgeport High. Yeah, I remember him from Chance.
He
Yeah.
then moved to Olmos?
No, I never
No,
went to Walmas.
he
No.
went from.
I don't think Jahil
Kimberly.
used to go.
Yeah. Jail went to Bridgeport. Yeah, that's where he.
Yeah, he never transferred.
Hold on, Omar.
No,
Somebody
man.
saying Jail went to
Jahil?
Walmas. When
You
Jail went to
sure?
Walmas,
Because
Omar.
when I was running, Jahil was at champs, and
Yeah,
Jahil
he
was
was,
in
but
class one.
he
That's
Maybe he
was
why.
transferred.
he was
Maybe.
transferred to. Hold on, guys, on the chat. Murphy Jail. Oh. Thanks for the correction.
Murphy went to Bridgeport. Hyde went to Wolmer's.
Oh.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Murphy is
Um,
older than Ide?
the people on the chat, they are
I
on
think they're
a
about the
roll.
same age.
They're on a roll.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, on the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, Hyde is Wolmer's. Murphy is
Right.
Bridgeport.
Bridgeport.
Yes. Thank you for the correction, my people. Yes. Jail Hyde went to Wolmer's and Murphy went to Bridgeport. Yep. Thanks for that one. Kimberly Williamson. Thank you, Omar. Kimberly Williamson. Now we have two Kimberly. We have Kimberly Williams. Kimberly Williams, who is the triple jumper.
I'm familiar with her.
Yes. She's very consistent. She has been one of our triple jumper for many years. Yeah.
Williamson.
It's at
No,
what school?
not Williamson.
Kingston?
Williams.
Kimberly
Oh,
Williams.
Kimmy.
Okay.
Kimmy, yeah.
Kimmy.
Kimmy, yeah. You see that smile on Ailey's face?
Which one?
That smile on
Kimmy.
Ailey's face is giving you the answer for
There.
Kimberly Williams. Yeah, Kimberly Williams went
There. Okay.
Thank you guys on the panel, Sandra, Kevon, everybody correcting us with the Jails. Thank you very much. Yes, I mixed up the
I'm
Jails.
Rusty.
Thank you. Let me see if I can find any other new one for Celine. New.
I'm trying to think who's new.
Amoy Brown. Where Amoy Brown went, Kevon? Yes, Amoy Brown.
Homod.
Kevon, where did Amoy Brown went to?
Amoy.
Is my people on the chat giving me Amoy Brown?
No Homewood.
Who you went to?
So.
Kevon Bailey, please tell me where Amoy Brown went. Alana Reed. Heidel is right.
Okay. Heidel is doing good.
They're saying Amoy Brown went to St. Jago. Thank you guys. Thanks Omar and Sandra. Amoy Brown. I didn't pick up that one. She went
Yeah.
to San Diego. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. All right. More names.
Right.
And then we wrap up with girls champs. And of course, I want us to come back with the men. We're going to do a quiz, the women versus the men. We want to do a final
Really,
one.
I
Yes.
can't win against Davian. Are you crazy?
So I'm
Then
not
what would
sure
happen
if
to me?
Davian,
What would happen to me?
Davian is an elephant. He forgets
I'm,
nothing.
I'm not
How
sure
am
if
I supposed to
Davian,
compete with that?
I'm not sure Davian will get to come back, but let me tell you, Davian massacre the guys, man. Let Kevin tell you. Listen, Davian massacre the guys. Davian know all the athletes and where they're
He
from.
has like a
Wow.
plethora of knowledge.
So hold on. Kevin is now saying, Amoy Brown went to Veer.
Because I feel the name sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're saying it's Veer and not St. Jago is Veer. Thanks, guys,
Okay.
for the. You see, my viewers, they are very sharp. Oh, Dwight
See,
Thompson, Dwight Bigger Thompson, not Thompson Thomas. Sorry,
Thomas.
Dwight Thomas. Run the
Oh, I remember that
100
ninja.
and the hurdles, the sprint hurdles. Call him Dwight Bigger Thomas.
Redhills Road.
Reddy's road is right.
Calabar.
Calabar. Akeem Blake. Where Akeem Blake went to school, Sandra? I know
JC?
Akeem Blake. I think he went to school where in St. Mary. No, it's not JC.
Hmm.
Akeem.
Javon Blake went to JC, but
Oh,
Akeem Blake is an upcoming sprinter. Oh,
Akeem.
so
Akeem.
Kevon is saying
Akeem is at Calabar, isn't it?
no, Akeem is not Calabar. He went to Merlin Otti, right?
Right.
Yes, Merlin Otti. Yeah, he is an
Oh, yeah.
upcoming sprinter. He made the World Championship team last year with Johan and Oblique Civil. Which two schools Oblique Civil went to?
Calabar and the first one.
And the
Oblique
first
Civil.
one, the first one is from Central, and the girls' side is very dominant. That's the hint.
Edwin Allen.
Edwin.
Go on again. The next
Homewood.
one,
Wormwood.
yeah. He was
Oh,
at
he went to
Homewood
Homewood?
first, yeah, and then he came to Calabar in his last years. Antonio Watson,
Petersfield.
Petersfield is right.
I
Petersfield,
like that these small schools have some good kids.
yes.
I
Yes.
like that.
Petersfield is one of the few smaller non-tradition champ school that seem to keep their athletes. I don't know what they're doing, how they're doing it, but they seem to keep their top athletes because they were able to keep Antonio Watson, they were able to
Shaquina.
keep Shaquina Foot, they were able to keep Alexis James. So something is going on in the West. And, it would be nice if other non traditional schools could continue the trend and keeping their athletes because we would see more champs would be more competitive both on the girls side
Right.
and on the boys side, but it is kind of tilt right now because the schools with the resources can
Yeah.
easily go to a parent and say, look, I'm from Calabar in Kingston, we won 28 boys championship, we have boarding, we will look after your athletes for the entire duration of their school, their junior years. So if a parent is poor, why wouldn't she take up that offer? You know?
Right.
So it oh, and see somebody mentioning Akira Myri also. I forgot that name. So Petersfield seemed to be
Yes,
keeping their
I like
athletes.
that.
Yeah. And it's
Yes,
always a
yeah.
shocker when these small schools dominate.
I love that. I love
Okay.
seeing like the smallest schools,
Yeah, I
even
really
if they
do.
don't not winning like titles, they're
Mm-hmm.
winning, coming in and grabbing an individual event. So I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. See, someone on the live was saying Petersfield is actually declining as they have lost half of their team to scamming, and that's true. I've heard it on the news. I've heard it on local news in Jamaica. The coach said that a lot of his athletes didn't come back. I don't know if it's boys and girls or just boys, but a lot of the athletes did not come back, and they've taken that path and stuff. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
very unfortunate.
I
Our
think it's just
team,
financial. I think a lot of those small school needs to
Yeah, it's tough in some areas because the parents do not have the resources, and this is why we cannot knock children for moving from one school to bigger schools, because bigger schools can afford to house them, they can afford to feed them, they can afford to clothe them, they can afford to do everything. So it's a very touchy topic, it's a very sensitive topic. But if I am a parent and I am poor, and a big school approached me and said, look, we can develop your child's talent, we can find housing for them and all of that, those things, I'm going to take it up. Alien screen look like it. Alien look like she freeze a little bit, but in wrapping up, thank you very much, Celine. It was a good chat and
Yes.
a good quiz. And I just want to let you guys know that starting on Sunday, we will be having Champs quiz. So anybody who is interested, it's not about winning. It's just about the fun and things. So if you want
Right.
to be a part of it, just let me know and I will include. It will be a live thing like this, and of course, if you win your segment, you move on until you're knocked out. So I want as many people as possible to enter. I'm writing the questions as we speak and all of this information. So Celine, I would love for you to be a part of one of the quiz. I know you
So
have
but
huh?
so I'm gonna get knocked out from the first round then.
No, not necessarily, because you answer a lot of questions. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix it up. So I'm going to put, it is all about champs history. And of course, you know that boys champs is over 100 years old. So I'll be putting old stuff with new stuff but it is kind of a knockout round. So if, like you and Aileen know, if you had won this round, you would move on to the next round and challenge somebody else, and
Mm-hmm.
until you get knocked out. Until So we're going to have it starting Sunday. Sunday night is the first one. I'm not sure who will be on the quiz as yet, but Sunday night will be the first one, and then we will run it until next weekend, and just get some energy in and the chance thing up and everything. So Celine, gear up yourself with champs history. You know that champs and track and field work together. So
Right. Got some homework to do, yeah?
yes, you have some homework to do to come back. And I'll be asking different questions, and I'll try to keep the questions as simple as possible because I want people to have fun.
No problem.
All right,
Not
somebody
keen on
say,
bothering you about Abigail Scar from St. Mary High School.
oh,
Big up
I didn't
Abby.
see that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So Abigail Scarf
Scar.
Went to St. Mary's High. That's your
Mm-hmm.
friend, right? That's your dear
Yes.
friend. Oh, I'm sorry, Kino. I did not see that one. I'm sorry. Carrie, can you? All right, let me see some questions. Carrie Ann is saying Celine was on a roll at one point. Yes, she was. She sure was. Um, Omar is saying Prince winning. Oh, he's saying Prince is winning the what, class one something something.
That's Gregor Prince.
Yeah,
400.
but I don't think Gregory Prince is still in high school. I haven't seen him
I'm
all
not
season.
sure.
I don't think so. Sandra, I want you to be a part of the quiz. Everyone on the chat, we will be having champs quiz. I hope you were listening to the questions. I will be doing a champs quiz starting Sunday night, every night starting Sunday. So please, oh my God, Sandra is asking what is the prize. I don't have a prize as yet. I'm working on something. I'm not sure what it will be, but it is about fun and starting the energy for champs. So somebody's trying to join. Let me see what Kevon is saying before we go. I'll make sure they cut the lights on Davian. Oh my God. Kevon, you're not nice. Kevon want to cut the light on Davian. Cause Davian, oh my God, Davian massacre the guys on Monday night. Celine was on a roll call. She did a cheat. No, Celine wasn't cheating.
Tell Kina to leave me alone.
Ah. So, guys, thank you very much for joining us on the live, everyone who were on the live. And as I said before, DM me, or if you have my number, WhatsApp me that you want to be a part of the quiz. And Celine, thank you very much. And Aileen, who had to go, thank you very much for Champs Corner Memory Lane. Thank you so much, Celine.
Anytime, HB. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you all.